Well, good morning, guys. It's Sunday morning. I'm going to continue with the process of replacing the subfloor. Let me show you what I've done so far. I made some holes in the floor because I wasn't sure how it was laid, but there's some 2x4s here and there. So my plan is to cut halfway down the floor and cut across this way. I'm going to be replacing these studs right here and maybe this one here. So follow along and we can enjoy the process together. Okay, so before I remove the subfloor, I need to remove one of these panels. I believe just this half right here, so I can access the 2x4s and I can start by removing that. Then I'll go back inside. So let me start with this. And I'm just going to bend it back so it allows me to remove that. Hopefully just this panel here. And all I'm trying to do is just bend it back a little bit. I don't want to bend it back too much. Okay, go to this corner over here. And it looks like somebody did a bad repair, so I'm going to try to fix that as I'm going. And there is nothing back there holding this screw. Let's do it. It looked like it was going to rain. That's why I covered this so there was no additional water going in. But it's been nice and sunny these last couple days, so it's safe to say I can take this off. And if you can see, all the wood here is rotted out and there's nothing really supporting this. It's loose. That's why this corner was dipping down. That's why the floor here, you can see it slants down. Okay, so I removed the last of the screws and I just bent this panel up a little bit and it should be able to slide right out, which it is. But it looks like it's still being held over there by some staples. So as I suspected, there's some staples here, which I need to remove before I can take this panel off. Just trying to be careful I don't bend it back too far. This way it'll be easier when I put it back on. Right, and it came right off. And can you believe that's our wall? It's practically paper thin, but that's how they make them. Funny story though, when we bought this trailer, we didn't realize that the fender well was missing. So what we're gonna end up doing is putting some diamond plate on here and it just kind of make the cutout so it'll simulate the fender well. But I've seen a few done this way and it looks pretty good. So I thought I was just going to be able to get away with removing this bottom piece, but it doesn't expose enough of the 2x4, so I'll be removing this second piece as well. Hopefully it just pops right out. Let's see here. Well, you know it wasn't leaking from there. They had plenty of that beetle tape. So there's a lot of staples for me to remove. Let me get that going and I'll show you what it looks like once I remove this piece. Okay, it looks like the piece is finally coming out. There we go. I don't know if you can see from that angle, but this is loose, and this is loose. So there's nothing holding it together, and that's why it was sagging on this corner. There's a lot of staples to remove here. This is the tin that wraps around, and this is what's left of the linoleum. So I'm gonna take all those staples off, and once I get that done, I'll show you how I remove the plywood. Okay, so the next step is going to be to put a 2x4 from here to here. And I've been looking at my best options to lift this up and take the weight off of here. There's a beam that's right here. Nothing supporting it here and here. That's why it's sagging this way, but all the pressure's on this 2x4 right here. So once I put the brace here, what I'm going to do is extend a 2x4 out to here and jack it up, and hopefully that'll take the weight off of it, and I can come in and cut these staples and remove this bottom section. So I'll start filming again once I get to that point. Okay, we're going to see if it works. So I put this 2x4 bracing across, and then I put this one here and it goes all the way through to the center, and I have it supported on the inside, and then I'm going to use a jack to lift it up. So let's see if it works. So I tried jacking up the wall, but unfortunately it did not work. That wall is still attached to that 2x4 somehow. So once I figure it out, I'll try again. But for now, we know it didn't work. Okay guys, so I'm taking a break from working on the trailer. It just got a little too hot. But as you can see, I already took down the siding. I tried to lift up the side here, but I didn't realize that it was still attached with the carriage bolts. So I took out one, had to saw it off, and the other ones are going to be in the same condition. So next weekend, it's the 4th of July weekend. It's a longer weekend, so I'll have more time to do more on this project, and just follow along, and hopefully by the end of next weekend, I'll have the floor in. All right, take care.